going to talk to you today about the Big Sexy volume line. It's kind of speaks for itself. Today we shampooed Kelly's hair with the Big Sexy volume conditioner, well, volume shampoo, and then followed by the conditioner. One of the things I would say about the application, since we haven't showed you the shampoo, when you apply the conditioner to the hair, especially when you're wanting to achieve maximum volume, you don't need to have the conditioner at the roots. Rarely are the roots of our hair highly damaged. It's the newest hair that's grown out of our head. So you want to really apply that conditioner roots to end, the areas where it's dry. If you have curly hair, you notice your hair probably gets dry really quickly. But the same thing, at the roots we have natural oils that condition our hair and naturally take care of it. It's with the hair down here that you have that's been on your head for 2-3 years that you really want to pay attention to. So this line, it's all about volume. You know, if you're looking for that kind of hair that really gets big, that's, you know, as in Texas they say, the bigger the hair, the closer to God, right? So this is, I mean, they give you everything you need, and honestly, you don't need that much. So today we shampooed, used the conditioner. Conditioner's not super heavy, so it doesn't weigh your hair down. So it's going to really kind of, it's meant to go with this. If you were to use just any sort of conditioner, it might weigh your hair down too much. You come out, and even though you've used this big volume hair shampoo, and you've used some other conditioner, so I highly suggest that you get both together because it's a system, they work together. And then to get volume, what we did is we went ahead and started with the root pump. This is actually more like a mousse, but you kind of spray it on. The great thing is you can either spray it onto your hand, you can spray it directly on. I personally tend to prefer to work with it in my hand so that I can pick what areas that I want to work specifically. I don't necessarily want root volume pump all over the hair, but in this case, I'm going to work specifically in her crown. And so I like to take a little bit of my fingers and dab really as it is the root, you know, the area that you want to get. So this is a nice mousse because it kind of really creates some texture that you want to get, especially if you have that fine hair. That texture is super important for you to get so that the hair kind of builds on itself. Otherwise it just falls limp and lays flat. Once you've applied this, and you can apply it to wet hair, you can apply it to dry hair. It really just kind of depends on where you want to go with this. So I'm going to go ahead and dry this section that I've already done. And it's really key here, as you can see, I'm pulling the hair straight up. You want to get that hair, especially with this root pump volume, you really want to get this so that it's sticking straight up. If you don't, you're really kind of being counterproductive to the whole process that this is meant to do. So in this case, I really want to work on just the crown for her. You know, she's got a lot of hair, so she doesn't need a ton of this specifically. But if your hair is a little bit more fine, you know, you might even really comb this through all of your hair. Heat the hair up, and then you can let it cool. You know, so with this though, this really depends on your hair texture and what you have. So if you're only wanting to get, you know, volume right around here, you know, at the crown, then you can apply it like I did to dry hair, and then reapply heat after you've done your blowout. If you're wanting more volume all over, you can apply it to towel dry damp hair, and then blow dry accordingly. You know, same thing you would normally do. You're just going to apply that everywhere. It's great for people with curly hair. It'll kind of kick in that curl that you have. You can then diffuse it and let it dry. But you can see once I do this and then pull this out, you're going to get a little bit more of that volume that you're looking for. If you're still not feeling like you're getting enough, that's where the spray and play harder comes in. And this is something where you can, same thing, it's a hairspray that's designed to, you can blow it out on towel dry hair. You can, you know, wash, towel dry, and actually put the hairspray in wet. And it's going to add texture to it, and you can blow dry with that. Now, depending upon the person's hair, you know, that might be a little bit much, but if you're wanting to get just, you know, a little bit more kick, a little bit more curl to it, you know, you can take and work in sections on pieces that are dry, like I have here, about 8 to 10 inches away. Now this is a little bit heavier hairspray than some hairsprays, so you really, like what I like to do, spray it, and then I like to brush it through the hair so you kind of get it everywhere you're going to be working. So it's not just on a few hairs, you want to brush it into all the hair. And this is just about heating up the hairspray, heating hair so that you can get it to reset. But this is going to have more hold. The root pump volume is really going to just give you at the root. The hairspray is going to be something that you're going to work for the whole styling. You can use it using curling irons, flat irons. If your hair gets frizzy, you can spray, flat iron, keep it straight. You can use it for styling, like I'm doing here, styling with brushes or curls. It's something that's completely like, it's universal. There's really like, it's one of those things that you can see, I mean, this is just from a little bit, you can see how much that really kicks in. So you know, the root pump, it's essentially this mousse that Big Sexy makes, is great for kind of giving you what you want, but if you can see how much of a difference a little bit of heat, dryer, brush, and especially this spray really, really works wonders. And so once you add heat to the hairspray, it really just kind of smooths it out. It doesn't have this crunchy heaviness. You know, you can finish it off with the hairspray, but anytime you do that, that's when you kind of get that you know, it can be a little bit of a hard feel that you have. So you add a little bit of heat, the brush, and also what's important here is the size of the brush I'm using. You know, the bigger the brush, the smoother and the bigger the curl's going to be. Especially these smaller pieces around the fringe, you want to use a smaller brush for that. If I was trying to set her front fringe here with this large brush, it's really not going to give me this nice kind of hourglass shape that you get. Personally, I like this because I find it really flattering. It comes around the face, cuts in around the chin, really narrows the neck, and then kicks out, and you get a really kind of sexy look. And that's what this line's all about. So you can see, you can kind of create your whole style with this, and you know, it's a wonderful tool. I would highly suggest using this. So really what I would say though is that hands down, this is a great line. It's where I would go with it. Shampoo and conditioner, use them together. If you're using another conditioner, it's not going to get what you want. Key point, remember, conditioner, roots to, or not roots, mid-shaft to end. Don't want to get the roots. And then the mousse, the root pump is going to be great for anything around the roots. And then any sort of finishing, you know, we can also finish the whole head of hair with this. Or if you want to work specific spots where you want to get more curl, more hold, more of a little bit of styling to it, you can use that. So I hope you enjoy and have a great day.